Fire Reno explodes. 42,000 people under go now evacuation orders right now in Washoe County, Nevada. The Fire Reno has burned 13,000 acres with 0% containment, confirmed Sunday by U.S. Forest Service officials. The Fire Go Now evacuation zone has reached the edge of the University of Nevada, Reno campus tonight. Across the Pacific Northwest, 79 large wildfires are burning simultaneously, the worst wildfire crisis of 2026. Oregon wildfires and Washington wildfires account for 29 of those large fires, the most active region in the entire nation. International wildfire crews from Australia and New Zealand have arrived on the ground, something almost never seen in U.S. fire history. When Southern Hemisphere firefighters fly thousands of miles to help fight U.S. wildfires, this fire season is beyond serious. 2026 wildfire season, 7.7 million acres burned year to date, 169% of the 10-year average. Historic, unprecedented, not done. This is the worst wildfire season on record for acres burned in the continental United States. We break it all down today. Full wildfire update, Fire Reno, Little Giant Fire Washington, Oregon wildfire smoke. Let's get right into it. Starting with the Fire Reno, the most dangerous active wildfire emergency in the United States right now. If you are in Washoe County, Nevada, North Valleys, Sunset, or Verde, stop everything and watch this right now. The Fire ignited off Hawk Meadow Trail near Somerset, 1 mile north of Cold Creek Trail in northwest Reno, Nevada. Fire size as of Sunday afternoon, 13,000 acres, confirmed by U.S. Forest Service Incident Commander Shane Ackerson. Fire containment, 0%, zero. Not 1 inch of this Reno, Nevada wildfire is under control right now. Fire evacuation update, 42,000 residents under mandatory go now orders. Another 45,000 in get set warning zones. Nearly 14,000 homes ordered to evacuate in the Reno, Nevada wildfire. Go now means you leave right now. Do not wait. U.S. Route 395 Reno closed. Northbound lanes shut at Parr Boulevard due to the Fire emergency in northwest Reno. U.S. 395 is the main artery through northwest Reno, Nevada, closed during this active wildfire evacuation emergency. Fire injuries, 6 confirmed. 3 civilians, 3 first responders. Structures destroyed, damage assessment ongoing. NASA firm satellites detected 137 Fire heat points in Washoe County, Nevada in a single 24-hour period. Every single one of those 137 NASA satellite detections was recorded at night. The Fire Reno never slowed down. A wildfire burning through the night in Reno, Nevada with 0 containment is one of the most dangerous situations possible. Nevada state of emergency declared by Governor Joe Lombardo. Nevada National Guard activated for Fire Reno response. Fire personnel, 800 to 1,000 firefighters and first responders confirmed at Sunday's official press conference. Fire weather conditions today. The fire weather setup near Reno, Nevada is extremely dangerous this afternoon. Reno, Nevada fire weather, 84 to 86 degrees Fahrenheit, relative humidity 25 to 30%, critical red flag conditions. Southwest winds increasing this afternoon near the Fire. Gusts of 15 to 20 miles per hour expected per National Weather Service Reno. NWS Reno forecast, winds shift south tonight, could push Fire smoke further into the Reno metro area overnight. Dozers deployed on the southern and eastern Fire perimeter to build fuel breaks between the fire and Reno neighborhoods. Fire operations, crews working to hold the fire south of Cold Springs and north of Somerset, a razor-thin margin. Fire evacuation map. Check perimeter map and watch duty for real-time Reno, Nevada wildfire evacuation zones, not 9/11. Now to Washington state, the Little Giant Fire near Leavenworth, WA, remains a massive, long-running wildfire emergency. Little Giant Fire has been burning since July 15, 2026, 40 days of a lightning-caused wildfire with no end in sight. Little Giant Fire size, 142,228 acres per INCIWeb official data, roughly 222 square miles of Washington state wilderness. Little Giant Fire containment, 15%, confirmed directly from the INCIWeb official Chelan County wildfire page. California Interagency IMT-5 took command of the Little Giant Fire at 7 a.m. Sunday. Fresh leadership on a 40-day fire. Little Giant Fire resources per INCIWeb, 79 engines, 44 crews, 87 heavy equipment, 35 water tenders, 6 helicopters assigned. 2,338 personnel battling the Little Giant Fire, Leavenworth, Washington, one of the largest wildfire operations in the U.S. right now. Little Giant Fire Community Meeting, Monday, August 24th at 6:30 p.m. Pacific, virtual, hosted by Chelan County Fire District 5. The Little Giant Fire Washington brought something remarkable: international wildfire assistance from the Southern Hemisphere. Australia and New Zealand wildfire crews are on the ground in Washington state, confirmed on the official Grasshopper Fire map. A U.S. NAZ international wildfire crews operate under a mutual aid program the U.S. activates only in the most severe fire seasons. U.S. military wildland fire crews from Joint Base Lewis-McChord also deployed to support Little Giant Fire hand crew operations. Military deployed to fight a Washington wildfire. That is how serious this 2026 Pacific Northwest wildfire crisis really is. Little Giant fire damage: Chelan County assessors confirmed at least 35 structures destroyed as of August 12, 2026. 2 primary homes, 13 cabins, 20-plus outbuildings destroyed by the Little Giant fire, with full assessment still ongoing. Little Giant fire operations today: building containment lines from Maverick Saddle toward Burgess Meadow, northern sector. Contingency lines under construction near Pole Ridge and Little Chumstick Creek, safety backup for Little Giant fire crews. Direct wildfire suppression continuing from Jean Creek towards Stormy Creek and Baldy Mountain, southern Little Giant perimeter. This morning, Chelan Fire and Rescue dispatched at 5:41 a.m. to a new brush fire near Robison Lane, 25 Mile Creek area. Active tree torching and 25 miles per hour sustained winds. That is what Chelan firefighters found on arrival this Sunday morning. Long response times stretched resources thin. This fire district covers enormous remote terrain near Leavenworth, Washington. Homeowners used garden hoses to protect their own structures while fire crews were still responding from miles away. NASA satellites confirmed 218 Chelan County wildfire heat detection points in 24 hours, a massive thermal footprint. That Chelan County, Washington wildfire cluster spans 23 miles east to west and 18 miles north to south. Enormous scale. Now to Oregon wildfires. The Grasshopper Fire Oregon is the biggest smoke producer affecting communities right now. Grasshopper Fire Oregon, 93,693 acres, 76% contained, per the official interagency smoke outlook issued August 23rd. Even at 76%, the Grasshopper Fire Oregon is still producing dangerous wildfire smoke across the Columbia River Gorge. Grasshopper fire smoke impacts Pine Hollow, Wamick, Tygh Valley, and Maupin, Oregon, directly in the smoke path today. Oregon wildfire air quality: unhealthy for sensitive groups to moderate in communities downwind of the Grasshopper fire today. Cold front relief for Portland, Hood River, Parkdale, and the Dalles. Good air quality for most of today in those areas. Oregon wildfire smoke outlook: Portland area good today, confirmed by the official RI smoke outlook issued 7:39 MST AM PTT. Austin Fire Oregon, 5,295 acres, only 7% contained near Mount Hood National Forest. Active fire behavior expected. Austin Fire is one of the most dangerous Oregon wildfires right now. 7% containment means this fire is still very active. The Narrows Fire Oregon, 233 acres, 0% contained, yet another uncontrolled wildfire burning near Mount Hood today. Oregon wildfire evacuation: Hood River and Washoe counties, level 1 be ready through level 3, go now evacuation orders active. Check perimetermap.com for real-time Oregon wildfire evacuation zone maps for Washoe and Hood River County communities. A U.S. NAZ incident management team arrived at the Grasshopper Fire Oregon today. Their logo is on the official fire map. Australia-New Zealand wildfire team takes Grasshopper Fire Command Monday morning. New tactics to push containment higher. Baker County, Oregon wildfire: 201 NASA firms heat detection points near Hereford in the past 24 hours, extremely active. Hereford, Oregon wildfire cluster, 180 megawatt peak fire radiation intensity, one of the hottest clusters in the U.S. today. Skinner Fire Oregon, new lightning-caused wildfire reported this morning, 16 miles east of Baker City, approximately 15 acres. New Oregon wildfire ignitions happening every few hours. Dry lightning continues to spark fires across eastern Oregon today. Idaho wildfires: Elk City, Idaho County cluster shows 239 megawatt peak fire radiation, the highest reading in the U.S. right now. 239 megawatts of fire radiation in Idaho. That is the single most intense wildfire heat reading in the continental U.S. today. That Idaho wildfire cluster spans 27 miles east to west and 85 miles north to south, an enormous linear fire complex. CC Fire Washington, 734 acres, 0% containment. 10 miles northwest of Stehekin, sparked by lightning August 14th. The CC Fire Washington is actively threatening energy infrastructure. Zero containment, no resources currently assigned. Maupin Fire Washington, Level 3 Go Now evacuation orders triggered in Yakima County for areas south of Highway 22. Residents south of Highway 22 and Glad Road in Yakima County ordered to leave immediately due to the Maupin wildfire. Big Sur, California wildfire, 112 NASA satellite heat points in Monterey County, burning actively through the night. A 7 by 8 mile wildfire cluster in Big Sur, California, one of the most rugged and ecologically sensitive coastlines in America. Now, the fire weather setup driving all of these wildfires across the Pacific Northwest and western U.S. right now. An upper-level trough, a dip in the jet stream, a bend in the high-altitude air river above us is the key driver today. That upper trough north of Montana is doing two things simultaneously that are catastrophic for Pacific Northwest wildfire conditions. First, spinning up dry thunderstorms across the northern Rockies and eastern Pacific Northwest. Lightning without rain. Dry thunderstorms, lightning strikes the ground but rain evaporates before reaching it, ignition with zero suppression. Every dry lightning strike today is a potential new wildfire start in Oregon, Washington, Idaho, and Nevada right now. Second, that upper trough is pumping dangerously hot, dry air into the Intermountain West and Great Basin today. Fire weather temperatures across the Intermountain West hitting 85 to 95 degrees Fahrenheit today, per NIFC reporting. Relative humidity across Nevada, Idaho, Oregon, and Washington wildfire zones, 8 to 20% this afternoon. Critical. NWS red flag warning criteria, humidity at or below 15% combined with winds of 25 miles per hour or more for at least 3 hours. Right now, the western U.S. is meeting or exceeding both red flag criteria across a massive portion of active wildfire territory. Earlier in August, NWS Spokane and Pendleton issued particularly dangerous situation red flag warnings, the highest alert possible. A cold front gave temporary wildfire smoke relief to the Portland, Oregon, and I-5 corridor Saturday night and Sunday morning. Portland, Oregon, air quality good today after the cold front. Seattle also seeing temporary clean air relief this morning. But that same cold front is not solving the wildfire problem east of the Cascades in Washington and Oregon, not even close. The cold front is generating gusty northwest winds that are actively fanning flanks of Washington and Oregon wildfires today. The system clearing Portland, Oregon air quality is simultaneously pushing dangerous wind into the Little Giant fire area. Little Giant fire wind conditions, 25 miles per hour sustained winds reported this morning by Chelan Fire and Rescue crews on scene. Hawk Fire Reno wind forecast. National Weather Service confirms southwest winds gusting 15 to 20 miles per hour this afternoon. Next 24 to 48 hours wildfire forecast. Here is what the weather pattern looks like for the Pacific Northwest going forward. That upper trough over Montana drifts slowly eastward Monday into Tuesday, but it is not leaving the Pacific Northwest pattern. Dry air and afternoon thunderstorm potential, the dry lightning wildfire threat continues across the Pacific Northwest this week. NIFC August seasonal outlook issued August 1st. Above normal significant fire potential projected through September for the Northwest. Official NIFC wildfire outlook, this dangerous Pacific Northwest fire weather pattern is not breaking down anytime this month. Seattle fire weather forecast, low to mid 80s Monday and Tuesday, warm but manageable on the west side of the Cascades. Southern Plains fire weather, Dallas, Oklahoma City, San Antonio, temperatures 90s to 110 Fahrenheit with mid-teen humidity levels. Four Corners fire weather, scattered mixed thunderstorms developing. Wet or dry lightning is a concern through midweek. Four Corners dry lightning threat means more potential wildfire ignitions across Utah, Arizona, Colorado, and New Mexico this week. High Lava Fire Oregon, 908 acres, 19% contained. Continued critical wildfire weather Monday in central Oregon. North Pole Fire Oregon, newly reported near Baker City, minimum 100 acres, 0% containment as of Sunday morning. Here is the big picture of why the 2026 wildfire season is the most dangerous on record and why fuels are the key factor. Fuel moisture is the most important wildfire variable right now, and across the Pacific Northwest, it is critically low. Little Giant Fire Washington burning since July 15th, 40 days. 40 days without meaningful rainfall in Chelan County. NIFC seasonal wildfire outlook, above normal significant fire potential across the Pacific Northwest through end of September. No widespread rain in the official wildfire weather forecast for Oregon, Washington, Nevada, or Idaho this month. None. Fine fuel moisture below 8 to 10% triggers extreme wildfire behavior. That threshold is being met across the West today. Extreme wildfire behavior. Fire spreads faster than crews can safely work. Flames exceed helicopter suppression limits. Spotting burning embers lofting ahead of the main wildfire front is starting new fires miles ahead of the fire line. Active spotting confirmed on Little Giant Fire Washington, Grasshopper Fire Oregon, and Hawk Fire Reno, all in last 24 hours. Total U.S. wildfire acreage burning right now, 3,577,730 acres across 79 large fires in the continental United States today. 3.5 million acres actively burning, larger than Connecticut and Rhode Island combined. This is the 2026 wildfire crisis. 2026 wildfire season year to date, 7.7 million acres, 50,580 fires, 129% of the 10-year average number, 169% of average acres. 2026 wildfire season is the worst on record for acres burned when compared against every year from 2016 through 2025. I want to be honest about what we know and what we don't know for the Hawk Fire Reno and Little Giant Fire forecast. Best case wildfire scenario, overnight winds diminish, cooler nights let crews build containment on Hawk Fire and Little Giant. Best case, Grasshopper Fire Oregon approaches 85%. Little Giant Fire Washington gains 5 to 10 containment points slowly. Moderate wildfire scenario, afternoon winds continue driving fire behavior. Dry lightning keeps igniting new Oregon and Washington fires. Moderate scenario, Hawk Fire Reno sees first dozer line success by midweek. First real containment progress for Nevada. Worst case wildfire scenario, a major wind event fans multiple Pacific Northwest wildfires simultaneously before lines are anchored. I am not predicting the worst case, but if you live in Nevada, Washington, or Oregon, you need to know what it looks like. We will track NWS fire weather outlooks and SPC Day 3 through 8 forecasts daily and update you when conditions change. Wildfire air quality alert. Even if you are not in an evacuation zone, wildfire smoke may be affecting your community today. NASA detected over 2,000 wildfire heat detection points across the continental U.S. in the last 24 hours. Smoke is everywhere. Wildfire smoke does not respect state lines. Communities hundreds of miles from Oregon and Washington fires are impacted today. Check fire.airnow.gov for your real-time wildfire smoke air quality index. Orange or red means limit outdoor activity now. If you are under evacuation orders in Reno, Nevada, Washington State, or Oregon, please take the Go Now order seriously. 6 confirmed injuries on the Hawk Fire Reno alone. Nevada wildfire fatalities are preventable. Please evacuate when ordered. Final summary. August 23, 2026. One of the most intense single-day wildfire events in recent U.S. history is unfolding. 79 large wildfires, 22,000 plus personnel, Australia and New Zealand wildfire crews, U.S. military, all deployed right now. Hawk Fire Reno, the most urgent U.S. wildfire emergency tonight, 0 containment, 42,000 under mandatory evacuation orders. Little Giant Fire Washington, 142,228 acres per INCIWeb, the largest active wildfire operation in the Pacific Northwest. 2026 wildfire season outlook. NIFC projects above normal fire potential through September. No widespread rain in the forecast. Daily wildfire updates coming. Hawk Fire Reno, Little Giant Fire, Oregon wildfires, Nevada wildfire. Subscribe now. When NWS issues new fire weather outlooks or red flag warnings for the Pacific Northwest, we will cover them immediately. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a wildfire update, evacuation alert, or fire weather warning. To every firefighter in Washington, Nevada, Oregon, and our international partners from Australia and New Zealand, thank you. I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe out there, everybody.